Good evening, y'all. At least it's evening here in Florida. I just wanted to make a video on why you think that you suck. Because the truth is, you probably don't suck nearly as much as you think you do. I wanted to make this video because I know there's a lot of artists, content creators, people who are trying to develop a platform, build a following, or showcase whatever artistic quality that you might have. People, us creators, we want to showcase these talents and these things that we do. And many times it seems like we're unable to fully grasp the audience that we are trying to grasp. So I produce music, a lot of techno dance type of music, and I make these cool creative videos using footage from experiences that I have had, and I use them as the backdrop for my music videos. I have some cool freaking videos and some cool experiences that I think if the algorithm and the right people were to see them, they would do really well. And for years, I've put out content. I can look back at some of my older content and I can tell that in time I'm definitely getting better at producing, putting videos together. So maybe some of my other content did suck. And maybe some of the stuff I put out now still does suck. But I don't think it sucks. I think that we are in a day and age where it is difficult to figure out this algorithmic thing that we need to figure out to be successful at content creation or putting out what it is that we want to put out. So in my case, I DJ and I produce music, and there's one side of me that, I'm pretty introverted myself. That's why I think I like producing music, and I don't have this super insane drive to go out and start playing or performing because that is a lot. But I think it would be really cool to do so. And I have had multiple gigs between mostly in California when I lived out there, and in Florida I've only had one, and I've lived here for 2 years now. So a lot of the reason I put this stuff out is on one end, I'm thinking, well, hopefully, maybe it'll get me some recognition, get me maybe some gigs potentially, give me some sort of notoriety that will allow me to move forward in a career as being a producer, DJ, etc. But these things take time, and at many times I've thought, well, maybe the reason I'm not gaining any traction or very little traction is because I just suck. Maybe I think that I'm putting out good work and it's just not good. And again, not everything that I put out has been my best work. A lot of the videos that you see, a lot of the music, I go and revise my tracks and I rework my work to make it better. And even sometimes my reworks, I go back and I rework those reworks because I think that they can still be better, which is a good thing. That's actually a great thing. But those days when I'm harder on myself and I start to tear myself apart, I start to think, well, maybe I just am not good at what I want to be good at. Or maybe I'm just not as good as I need to be to move forward. And I know a lot of people feel like that, whether you're making music, you're DJing, you're creating content specific towards, you're trying to build a YouTube channel. Maybe you're fighting against the Instagram algorithm or whatever, and you notice that your views are low, your likes are low. You don't seem like you're building an audience. And I think a lot of us feel like that. A big part of that is that, again, we are in an age where for the first time, it's not like, this is the first couple of days. It's been years of us fighting this, but we are still in this new sort of era in life that did not exist 20, 30 years ago. And we're trying not to only figure out how to navigate life, our regular lives, but for us who want to be creators, we're trying to figure out how to navigate our lives and now navigate the realities of the internet and trying to move ourselves forward. And it seems like it can be so difficult at points to really make those moves forward. And we can put that pressure on ourselves and internalize it in a way that sometimes maybe is not too healthy mentally, you know. But a lot of the time, the problem is not us. It's that we are trying to work with the system that we are not overly familiar with. And we are also trying to develop ourselves in a way that is not very natural. So human beings, I do not think, are supposed to be, we're not naturally born like in alignment with machinery and technology. Like, we're born as human beings. So our number one thing that we should be good at is communicating with each other in person, face to face, and, you know, sharing these things with each other in an in-person setting or somewhere where it's communicable, you know, that's not in a way that's online. But so many things, so much of what we have to do today is online and through media, whether it be here on YouTube, Instagram and whatnot. And it always seems like this uphill battle, because not only do we have to find this community and find this space, usually through online, you know, means of being online or whatever, but it's just a lot that feels like it could be going against you when you're trying to build yourself. And I just wanted to say, without going on too much, that you don't suck. The algorithms and the BS of all of this tech crap, that's what sucks, because you think in one hand, and for some people it works well, where they're able to, you know, upload and put out information and put out what they want. And, you know, you see these people that they put something out and minutes later they have hundreds of thousands of likes, views, comments, everything else. And then you try and put out something that's actually really cool and creative, and no one even sees it. No one cares. Your friends don't like it. Your friends, you know, people just don't seem like they support you. But a lot of the times is that you're just not putting your content out in front of the right people. And I know this from experience, because I don't feel like I'm putting my content out mostly in front of the right people. I feel like in the right environments, I would excel. If you look at some of my content, my videos, my tracks that I'm putting out, at the rate that I'm putting out, you would think that I had everything, you know, going for me to like really be moving quickly, like faster up this ladder. But I feel stuck at many points and stagnant. Like there's just really nothing that's going to ever happen, you know, in the way that I was expecting or wanting, which is also another point. You can't have any expectations, because life is full of it. Expect the unexpected. Expect not to expect jack, you know, if that makes any sense. But I wanted to put things on like a positive note, because so I'm putting my music out and whatnot. And at first, you know, I thought my goal was, I want to get DJ gigs, I want to get booked and all that. But none of that has really matriculated yet. But I realized, oops, let me see. I got to turn this back on so it's not so dark. I'm in my car in front of my house. I realized that I have to focus on what I do have control over, rather than what I'm allowing to think that I'm going to put. Oh, there's one of my tracks right there. Rather than what I think that I'm going to allow others to like have control over my life, as far as booking me, getting me gigs, whatever, and thinking that that's the way it's going to be. What I've realized that I had to do is take control over the things that I am able to control. So I have my YouTube channel. No one is telling me when or how or what I'm going to put on my YouTube page. Of course, YouTube's going to tell you that you can't put everything that you want on there. But no one's stopping me from building my YouTube channel and creating my content for my own self, making this video. No one's stopping me from doing this right now. The only person that realistically would be stopping me, I guess, is myself. But nothing is stopping me from doing that. So I'm realizing over time that the thing that I have control over is the content that I put here, that I don't have to go to someone else for And I think that that's the important thing that you have to realize is, what can you control in your life? You might not be able to control every aspect. You might not be able to put yourself in these high spots that you think that you should be in, but what can you do? What can you control? And what type of message can you send to people who might also be in the same position as you? Because maybe you can't connect in the way that you thought that you'd be able to and be on the main stage and be the main character of the show. But maybe you can connect with a smaller audience or a smaller group of people. And maybe that smaller group of people is all you really need to connect with. I always have this theory that if I could at least impact one person positively in my life, I think that I've done something great. And I say that for anyone. If you can impact, there's so much negativity in this world, especially right now, is just off the charts. So I think if you can put out something positive and give someone something that they can go off of that might impact them positively in their life, I think you're doing a dang on good job. And I think that is something that I can control, that you can control. You can control your level or how you're going to impact someone that might come across your video, might come across your content. You know, you might make a DJ mix, you might make 1,000 mixes, and you might have spent hours and years making mixes, and maybe you look and you see 100 views. But guess what? That's 100 views. Like, if you were to think about 100 people, yeah, maybe some people played it twice, or maybe you even played it a couple of times and that counted as like a couple of views. But if you were to think, like, if you just have 50 people, 50 different people, you know, that saw your video and they liked it and you got a couple of likes or something, like, you made that impact on those people, and who knows what that did for them. Maybe they just enjoyed your music and it just got them through a workout, or got them, you know, to work and they listened to your stuff in the car, or maybe it inspired them to go out and pursue a dream of making music and DJing and whatnot. You had that impact on them, and I think you have to take that and allow that to be the important thing for now. Yes, of course, have higher goals, and, you know, you want to reach certain heights or whatever you want to do in your life. Have those goals and maintain those goals and work towards them. Absolutely work towards them, because if you don't, you know, you could be missing an opposite. You give up and you quit, and you just get beat up by the fact that maybe you didn't get as many views or clicks or whatever as you wanted to. Maybe you're not getting the attention or whatever that you wanted. But you still have a way to be so impactful by just doing you and doing what you can, where you have control over. So again, for me, in the past, I've had all these high goals and expectations of myself, and I've been so hard on myself at certain points, like mentally. And over time, as I get older, I'm 33 now, I'm realizing day by day that it doesn't have to be that way. I don't have to be that way towards myself, because there's so much that I can control about my life and about my output. There's that no one has a say over. No one else is going to tell me not to put this video up, because I'm going to put the video up and it's going to be on my account. And if 5 people see it and get inspired by it, or if 1 person sees it, or if 1 million people see it and get inspired by that, I might not be the #1 top selling artist in the world, which there's a lot of pressure with that. So I don't know if I can even handle all that. But even if 5 people see this video and get inspired and they're like, you know what, he's right. And maybe it brings out something in yourself that allows you to, like, move forward with your day, or to have more of a positive outlook on your life or your position, whatever it is that you are trying to do. It doesn't have to be music. It could be you're trying to become an actor, you're trying to get into a certain field of work, and you just feel like things are slow, or maybe you don't have all the resources or tools that you need. Maybe this is, you know, maybe you see this video and it inspires you just to keep trying for another day or another, you know, whatever. Because some people are ready to give up, and I've seen videos recently where people have posted kind of free form sort of videos like this, no script. And it's inspired me. It's even inspiring me to make this video. And I think having this this type of talk and communication with people that are strangers across the internet, I think is so important, especially when people's mental health is, like, like this right now because of not just, things in our personal lives, but things on a domestic and a global level. It's like none of us, humanity just can't seem to get a break. So I want to be a part of that change, and I hope I didn't ramble on too much in this video, but I'm hoping that, you get something from this, because as I'm making this video, I'm also reflecting on myself, and even making this is strangely inspiring me, because I wanted to make this video for a while, to kind of encourage myself and to encourage other people that, no, you don't suck even when you think you suck. You don't suck even when you think you suck. You just have to take control of the parts of your life that you have the most control over and work with those things. And then other aspects of your life will come together. And I honestly think that you have everything that it takes to be the best person that you can be. So be that best person that you can be. Whatever that means for you, be the best person that you can be. Do what you can in your life and find other ways that maybe it's not the direct way that you expected or thought, would be the way towards where you want to go. But find other ways to get there, or find other ways to express your creativity around what you're trying to do. So me making music, I realized that I can make videos and make content and I don't have to wait for someone to sign my song or to hire me as an artist or a DJ. I can make my own DJ videos and upload them online, and people can listen to them there. And I'm still DJing. I'm still making music. I'm still showcasing my stuff. Whether, some of my videos, I remember back in the day, I'd get a couple of, views, and some of my videos, not many of them, but some of them have a substantial amount of views. Some of them hit the algorithm, in a way I wasn't expecting it. And I looked and I'm like, damn. So some of my videos, have actually hit. I think we just have to take those small hits that we have and realize that they're actually bigger hits than we might be giving them credit for. So don't give up on your dreams ever. Again, keep working towards your goals, but find other ways to support your goals. Again, like me making this video, I'm gonna, I have a video series coming up that is it's a deep dive series that is going to deep dive into different festivals that have taken place, the rave culture, different artists who are big, small, whatever, and I'll be able to use my own music in trailers and in my content. And so I'm going to make darn sure that I put to work the things that I am working on, and put those things to work so that they're still out there, they're still getting put to use. It's not like I'm making all this tracks and spending all this time and energy learning how to produce and put together content for absolutely nothing. Oh, there is a purpose for it. And even if it doesn't hit on a huge, big scale level, sometimes that is a blessing in itself, because there's a lot of stress and a lot of giving your life up when you hit certain heights, when you hit certain levels. And everyone thinks that they want to be up here, but sometimes being up here is a big sacrifice. And sometimes the people up here wish that they could just, step it back a bit, but, they can't. So enjoy your freedom to do and to be creative as you can while you can. And, oh, this freaking light. And don't stop being you. Do you always. Be the best person that you can be, and find ways to continue being that person, even if it's not in the way that you thought it would be. Find ways to be you. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does make sense. I'm over this light going off. At least you can still see me here or whatever. Gotta open the door just to freaking... It's lightning out here and everything. There we go. But anyway, I'm going to head inside now. It's getting hot in this car. I don't know. Florida is... I love the weather, but it is It's warm out. It's out nighttime right now, and it's pretty humid. I could even feel it in the car. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna keep working. I have a track that I'm just finishing up, and I want to start creating my deep dive series. So I'm gonna go work on that. And if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe if you want, or don't, and move on to the next video. But hopefully in some way, even with my lights going on and off right here and the lightning and cars. Yeah, right when I said that, I don't know if you heard the thunder, but it's coming. So let me get my butt inside my house before it starts pouring down and I have to like run to the door when there's lightning coming down. I don't know if you've been to Florida, but the lightning out here in the South, it's crazy. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Be blessed. Stay well. And until next time, au revoir. Ciao.